welcome back to Survival Minecraft. I think today we should start with an adventure since, this is the exploration update. But first thing is we need to sort out this armour situation because we are looking kind of a little bit patchworky and mismatched, and I think I should have some iron in here so that we can make sure that we have a full set of iron gear. Oh, we have the exact perfect amount of iron, and we can get rid of this leather armor, which is almost broken as well. And we will put those things away in there, and we can get prepared for heading off on a bit of an adventure to check out the brand new world. There are a couple of things that I want to get today in our adventure. Number one is moss, for obvious reasons. And number two is sniffer eggs. So I'll definitely be keeping an eye out for structures in the world because the new loot is in those structures, and definitely looking out for any suspicious sand and gravel, maybe even a trail ruin if we can find one. But I also need to make a brush, which I'm pretty sure includes copper, which I have plenty of. I think there's a stick involved in there somewhere. And let's see if we can figure it out. Oh, it's a feather. Okay. Do I have a feather? I have exactly one feather. Okay. There we go. We can make ourselves a brush. And now if we find any of the structures, suspicious sand, we can brush out some treasures from inside. Okay, we have some spare shovels, we've got our brush, we have our boat, we got a whole bunch of food. I think that we are ready to head out on our adventure. Perfect. Perfect adventuring weather. So I think I'm going to head back over towards the jungle that we found in the first episode because we're looking for warm biomes. We're looking for warm ocean for sniffers. And I think that the jungle temple maybe is one of the structures we can find things in. That's probably one of the things we can find things in. How did I miss that? That's the ruined portal that we explored last episode. I must just have not seen it over the hill. I totally missed. There's a whole pillager. Do I want to go in the pillager outpost? Is this a good idea? Very uncharacteristically, I have not died yet in this world. And I usually die quite a lot. So I'm wondering whether this is a good idea for me. Oh, there's a pit of lava here as well. Excellent. That makes this much easier. I think they just keep spawning forever, right? Oh, there's so many of them. I don't think I want to be here, actually. I think I'm gonna leave. Don't mind me, I'm leaving. I'll maybe come back when I have some more armor. I'm going, I promise. How far are they gonna chase me? Look, he's trying to swim after me. We're so far away from your outpost. Go home, pillager. Go home. Oh, that's an underwater ruins. I think that has suspicious sand in it, right? I mean, it also has drowns in it. You know what we should do? We should make a door. We should make a door that we can put down next to the sand so that we can brush it without drowning. Oak doors, you will do perfectly. Okay, let's see. Oh, there's a trident drowned. Oh, no. Oh, this was immediately a terrible decision. Let's see if I can dodge and weave. Oh, I got him. Oh, my gosh. There are so many, and I'm drowning. I actually kind of forgot that I had breath as well. I was so busy trying to kill the drowned that I totally forgot that I needed to breathe. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. I thought he was going to try and fish for me then. So I think that this is a cold ruin, which is not where we find the sniffer eggs, unfortunately, but that's fine. We can still check out the suspicious gravel if we can find some and see what we might be able to find down here. I think that's a suspicious sand. We need to take our door with us. So we have to brush it. Oh, it is. Okay, what have we got? It's a pottery shard. Oh my gosh. The first suspicious gravel that we dig, and we get this plenty pottery shard. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I'm gonna try and collect pottery shards. That's definitely something that I want to get. Okay, I really don't want to drown out here, and I can't really find any more suspicious gravel other than just that one. There is a creeper. There is a creeper that has spawned in the hole of the door. Are you kidding me? That's a creeper. That's a creeper. Oh my goodness! What? How was there a creeper there? Oh my gosh. Okay, we're back over by spawn. I can't believe I actually kind of thought that the water might stop the creeper explosion, or like lessen it like it does with TNT, I think. Maybe I'm just making things up now. I think that's our pink boat. There's all our stuff. Yep, here it is. I still can't believe a creeper spawned here. I think that is another underwater ruin, and it seems like it's in this warm ocean because the color has changed. This is where we have to look for sniffer eggs, and I really, really want to get at least 2 sniffer eggs so that we can breed them when we get them home. That's suspicious. Okay, what have we got here? Another pottery shard. Oh, we got a snort pottery shard. Oh, these don't stack. That's going to start stacking up in my inventory. Sniffer egg, please. I would really love a sniffer egg. That's not a sniffer egg. Is that a bit of wheat? Is this a pottery shard? That's cool. Oh, an angler pottery shard. Another shipwreck in the coral reef. I love coral reefs. I think they're such a pretty biome. I definitely want to build in a coral reef one day. I've never gotten around to the challenge of building underwater in any kind of proper size build. We'll definitely have to remember that this is here, and we can come back and collect some coral. We have a shattered savanna and a desert village. Oh, these camels are so cool. We're riding a camel. That is exactly what we will need. We found a desert temple. I think pretty much all structures now have potentially suspicious sand and gravel in them. I've just been following this river along through the desert, and we have got another village, a ruined portal right here, a pillager's tower, and that looks like an azalea bush over on the horizon. This seed is amazing. And another village, and like a whole bunch of azalea trees here. This rooted dirt also has kind of like a pink tone to it. It's got some little pink parts to it, which I think will be perfect to use in our base with all of the pink themed things. So we'll definitely take a whole bunch of this. This looks quite promising. Oh, is that? I think that's moss. And glowberries, moss and glowberries, and then everything else we can get from bone mealing the moss. Let's head back out to the ocean because we got our moss, but we still need sniffer eggs. We have got another village here, and a desert temple, and a shipwreck, and it looks like we have got a ocean ruins in here as well, which is exactly what we're looking for our sniffer eggs. And I realised that we can actually save a bit of inventory space by crafting our pottery shards into a full pot, because we can break that apart again later if we want to separate the pieces, so we don't have to worry about the fact that we've used them up. This area is so nice. Honestly, if I didn't already have a spot picked out for my base, this would be such a cool place to build a base, like to settle in the village maybe, with a temple nearby, and this coral reef is just, it's so cool here. Okay, our first one. Nope, not a sniffer egg. Oh, is this it? Oh my gosh, there it is. And there it is. Smells interesting is the achievement. We've got ourselves our first sniffer egg. We just need 2. So now we have to try and get another one and get wheat instead. Oh, there we go. There's our second egg. Yes. So we've got ourselves 2 sniffer eggs and we've got the moss. Those were the 2 things that I really needed to get on this exploration journey. But I think I want to keep doing a bit more exploring. We're going to head back over to the jungle area because we sort of went in that direction and then never actually got to the jungle. So I think it's back this way. I've gotten a bit lost, I'll be honest. So this is the jungle that we found before. We've got a dark oak forest right next to it, just over there. So we've got jungle temples and also wooden mansions that we could possibly maybe find in these areas. And I think both of those will have new things that we might be able to dig up. So let's take a look around. How did I not see this? I managed to get this close without seeing it. Where is the entrance? Is this the entrance? Well, that was really lucky to find one. Just, unfortunately, no new loot in it. Is this a trail ruin? I think this might be the top of a trail ruin. That's so hidden. Oh my gosh. Okay, we definitely have to check this out. I've been really excited to see what these are all about. I really want to try my best to kind of preserve the ruin and see if we can dig out the ruin itself and kind of turn it into a bit of a dig site. Maybe we'll do some kind of build around it at some point. Not even sure how big they are, to be honest. Okay, I've set up a little bit of a pile of chests and I've started digging out around this ruin. I have no idea how deep... Oh, there's an ocelot. Hello, you can help me if you want. You want to be my archaeology assistant? So yeah, I have no idea how deep this goes. I don't really know what shape it's going to be. I really like the idea of digging this out and kind of having a bit of a dig area over here, and maybe we'll come back later and kind of make it look nicer. See what we can get from these. Pink glass, okay. Purple glass. So I've been digging this out for a while now and it just seems to keep going. I still don't feel like I found any end of it. It's still going down. It's going out in different directions now. We've had to start these like tunneled areas off to the sides, trying to make sure that I brush out all of these and don't accidentally break them. I've definitely accidentally broken a couple. That's less of a good drop. There's so much to this. I don't know when it's gonna end. Oh, and there goes our first brush, and I accidentally just placed the glass that I picked up because the brush broke. Let's make some more pickaxes and let's make another brush. I think I have found the bottom. This seems to be the bottom. I think that this is like kind of a pathway. I think it goes along all the way down there. And as you can see, it's still continuing. All down here, there's more in there to dig out. There's more in here to dig out. I think this is still continuing in that direction. And I don't want to spend the whole episode just digging this out, but I will definitely come back here another time and try to turn this into, finish digging it out and maybe turn it into kind of a bit of a build, do some decorating, make it look like a proper kind of excavation site where archaeologists have come to dig this out. I really love this ruins. I think it's such a cool addition. It's way bigger than I thought it was going to be. So here's all of the things that we found. We've got, I think there are 4 smithing templates. So it looks like we've got 1 of each. We've got a bunch of different dies and glass and hanging signs. We have tons of pottery shards, so we'll definitely be taking these back with us. We've got just so many blocks and so many things that we have found on our adventure today. We are going to have to leave some of this here, obviously, because I can't carry all of this home in one go. So I'm going to figure out what I definitely need to bring my sniffer eggs home, and I definitely need the moss. So we have returned home and we now have a few more things to be able to finish decorating the inside of our house, our starter house. And I think I'd like to make some of these pottery shards into some pots. And I was just having a look at all the different types of patterns that we've collected and see which ones I think will look good. I think the heart one will look really nice. Maybe the prize one, that looks like a diamond. That's quite cool. So now we have an upstairs that is all decorated. I've put some of these new chiseled bookshelves in with some books in here, as well as some regular bookshelves. And we've got kind of flower pots around and some lights and these little benches. I think the candles look really cute. I think just the regular colour candle actually fits really nicely with the colour scheme in here. And then we're going to kind of fill the roof with glowberry vines. So it's a bit open and kind of empty up there at the moment, but hopefully once a few more of these grow in, it will look nice and cozy up here. And then we just have our little bed in this area down here, which I'm really happy. I love this design of kind of putting something above the bed and hanging a banner so that it is like a bed canopy, which I think looks really nice. And it kind of keeps it a bit more private from this window as well. Now we can't put any flowers actually directly in these big pots, unfortunately, but what we can do is we can put a regular pot on top, and then we should be able, there we go, to put some flowers and trees into the pot on top of the big pot. And we also now have some moss and some rooted dirt to add into around the path like this to kind of blend this path out into the grass a bit better. So now we have the inside all decorated. We have this path looking nice here. We've hidden some lighting underneath some carpets here so that this area can be lit up without having torch spam. We definitely have torch spam over here, but this is what I'll kind of try to do in this area as we go. Keep it hidden under some moss. We're going to have lots of moss around. We're going to have lots of greenery around. And then the other thing that I'd really like to add to this house, the final thing to add to our starter house before we can call it officially finished, is I think it would be really nice to have something in this space instead of this enchanting table, which will eventually be moved anyway. And I think it would look really cool to build our own custom cherry tree up in this space here, kind of leaning against the house a bit and just, yeah, kind of sprouting up here. And I really love the cherry wood bark colour. This dark purple I think is really nice, but the stairs and slabs and fence posts are this kind of light pink colour, which doesn't work so well if we want to add fence posts to kind of the top of the tree branches. That's a good trick for building custom trees, but we can't really do it with the cherry wood. But there is another block that I think will work really well with this purple, and that is nether brick. And we can get nether brick walls and nether brick fences, and I think those would work really well for the branches of a custom cherry tree. The problem with that, of course, is that it means going to the nether. And we don't really have very good armour or tools. And just up here, around the back of our house, if we follow the hill up here, I did some exploring of this valley area, and up here we've got this kind of little tucked away area, and there is a bit of a cave up here as well. So I think eventually we will build ourselves a proper nether portal and decorate it and everything. But I think up here would be a really good spot for that eventually, because it's kind of close enough to our starter house. We can look down from up here, but then it's also sort of tucked away up in this cave, and we will definitely decorate it, but I think it would be a good idea to put our temporary quick nether portal where we're going to want to put our final nether portal so that they eventually link up. And now we just hope that we don't have a terrible spawn and we can just hop in, grab some netherrack and hop back out without any trouble at all. Fingers crossed this goes okay. Okay, this is okay. This is a pretty good spawn. We are very high up. I do not have any gold on, so I really need to avoid the piglins. But all I want is some netherrack, because we can smelt netherrack into nether brick, and then we can use that to make ourselves some nether brick fences and walls. We have a stack. Let's just head home. We'll definitely come back and do some proper exploring of this nether area in a future episode. We're definitely not prepared right now. We're gonna head straight home, and let's get this netherrack into a smelter. And then while that's smelting, I'm just gonna chop down a couple more cherry trees and collect up the leaves as well, because I don't think we have enough to build a custom cherry tree yet, and we definitely need some more wood. So we're going to build the tree with the cherry wood and the nether brick walls and the nether brick fences. They don't actually join together, but if we put that on top, then that joins okay. And the texture is slightly different. Obviously the nether brick has this kind of brick texture, which kind of looks a bit odd up close, but I think from a distance, they definitely fit together quite well, and you probably won't see a huge amount of these because they'll be hidden up by the flowers and the leaves up in the tree itself. So I think this is going to work really nicely for our tree that we're going to have growing up the side here. I like the idea of the tree kind of growing up around the house like this, and I think this overgrown look is a theme I want to keep in this whole area as we build more things up. My plan is to turn this whole valley into a sniffer sanctuary, kind of hidden away in the mountains with a secret garden sort of vibe. And after a lot of leaf block placing, there we have our custom cherry blossom tree growing up the side of our house, kind of leaning across the roof there. I have extended the moss and the petals over here because these petals are falling from the tree and they would definitely be collecting over here. And of course the moss to kind of match how we've got over here. This is definitely something I'm going to continue doing around in this area. I think that the moss colour works really well with the grass colour in this area, so we can add a lot of kind of texture and variation to some plain grassy areas with moss and flowers and grass. And for the tree itself, I also added some of the azalea leaves kind of inside, in behind where there's one where the cherry blossom leaves are, because I think that it blends really well with the bits of green on the cherry blossom and just kind of breaks up the pink a tiny bit. There's a couple up there as well, and I think that really helps the tree just look a little bit more green. Now, one final finishing touch, I really want to hang a little swing from this branch. I think that this is the perfect place for a swing to go. Perfect. A little swing on our little pink cherry blossom tree. We'll definitely make some more of these custom cherry blossom trees in this area. In fact, I might even fully replace all of the cherry blossom natural spawning trees and just do custom cherry blossom trees for all of the trees. And we will also use some of the armour trims that we collected on our adventure today on our armour. I definitely want to check those out and see how they look, but I don't want to use them on this current iron armour that's just kind of a bit rubbish and gonna break soon anyway. So we'll save those for when we get some diamond armour. And we will also get those sniffer eggs set down somewhere and hatching so that we can bring those sniffers back into the world and get started on our sniffer sanctuary area. But before I finish the episode, I also wanted to say thank you so much for your amazing response on the first episode in this new series. I'm so glad that you are enjoying the series so far, and I hope you have also enjoyed this second episode. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.